Hey friends, so with the cold weather on its way, I figured now was only fitting to talk about my favorite real estate investing strategy, and that's called the BRRRR Method. So BRRRR is actually an acronym, and it stands for buy, renovate, rent, refinance, and repeat. And it's actually a great way to create passive income for the owners, but it actually allows you to essentially cash out a portion of your investment without actually having to sell your house. So that means you can go buy more properties and then grow your empire that way. But let's go through each step individually. So first, we'll start with buy. Well, it might sound straightforward, just go buy a property. Not every property is actually going to be a BRRRR contender. First and foremost, you're looking for something that's undervalued. So when you eventually get to the refinance stage, there's a large gap between the new appraisal amount and what you originally paid. That means more money that you're taking home from the refinance, but we'll touch on that a little later on. So when we're talking about buying a house that's undervalued, that often means that it's in a state of disrepair. But we aren't looking for something that's falling over. We just want something that with some strategic renovations, you can really increase the value there. And that leads us to the next step, which is renovations. So when we're looking for a property, you're often looking for something with dated finishes, something that's in need of a new kitchen, bathrooms, floors, that kind of thing. My personal favorite is something with a separate entrance to the basement that's going to allow you to install a second unit. So doing that's not only going to get you a tremendous amount of value upon the refinance, but your monthly rent is also going to be way higher as well. And that leads us to rent. So for rent, the goal of a great BRRRR property is not only capitalizing on the refinance stage to pull your money out, but it's also to collect a healthy amount of rent to ensure that you're in a cash flow positive position. So in other words, your tenant or tenants are covering the expenses of the property and then some. So they're creating a passive income stream for you. So when you get to the refinance stage, you're approaching your lender to have the property reappraised. And if you've done your job right, your new property value is higher than what you originally paid, plus your renovation costs. So for example, let's say you buy a house for $500,000 and your renovation costs are $75,000. So you're all in for $575,000. Your lender then reappraises your shiny new home and says it's now worth $650,000. Well, that's $75,000 more than all of your expenses. So you take that $75,000 and you say, thank you very much, Mr. or Mrs. Lender, and you go reinvest that money elsewhere. And that's what the final R in BRRRR stands for. It's repeat. So you take that lovely $75,000 and perhaps use it as a down payment for another property and do the whole damn thing again. Now, the two things I love most about the BRRRR method is one, you're creating passive income from your rentals. So not only are the tenants covering the costs of you owning the property, if done right, you're making a little extra money every month, which never hurts. And then the second thing that I love is, unlike a flip, you're keeping that property as opposed to selling it. And if you're like me, you like investing in real estate because of the returns. So the longer you have a property, historically, the more it appreciates and the more you make when you do decide to sell. And then there's the third benefit that I'll just throw in there, which is awesome, is that you're doing all of this while spending very little of your own actual money. Of course, there is so much more that goes into the BRRRR method that I haven't covered because, if I make the videos too long, then nobody's going to watch them. So if you want to chat more about this process and how to be successful at it, I'd be happy to have a discussion with you because I just love this stuff. So that's all I got for you today, folks. Enjoy your week, and I'll see you soon.